SIA chose to become the launch customer for the A380 because it fitted well with our corporate strategy. SIA has always taken pride in providing the best in the product innovation in the most modern and young fleet. So when the opportunity presented itself to be the launch customer for the A380, which is going to be an aviation milestone, we seized the opportunity.
The collaboration between SIA, the company, and Airbus, the manufacturer, was really excellent. I can recall, when we started out the journey, all of us not sure how to approach it, and the various senior people from Airbus continued to show support, and right to the time when the first aircraft was delivered, they were there with us. We really wanted to achieve together something that we could say was very unique in the industry. We actually were down there right with the many engineers when we were designing systems to find better ways to do things. We had, of course, from the product side, a lot of meaningful contributions that we made, but even from simple things like from the brake systems, from the pneumatic systems, etc. There was a new hydraulic system, we call it the 5,000 PSI system. We were used to a 3,000 PSI system, so we had to understand what that meant. And as we understood it, we realized greater opportunity it gave us for weight reduction, for more reliability. So these were the kinds of learning that we did.
One of the first things that we talk about is, wow, such a huge aircraft, and which airport gates can handle 500 passengers now? That was the first question that came to our mind. The second thing was, how do we get the passengers up onto the upper deck without letting them climb stairs? And of course, this will definitely entail huge investments on the airport's part. How do we make them commit to spending the huge sums of money? Facilitate the discussion with the airports. What Airbus did was to create this airport compatibility working group, which comprises of not only Singapore Airlines, but the other customers of the A380 as well. So we basically went from airport to airport to put forward our case with a collective voice. So I would say that most of the major airports were able to see our point of view and to make the investments that is required.
Some of the interesting things, for example, was how to cater food up to the upper deck of the A380, which was, there'd be no equipment that was designed for that. So we had to work together with the manufacturers, with Airbus, trial out things, and not just try them out, but in cold weather, in gutsy winds, and make sure that this particular equipment would not topple and cause damage. So all kinds of challenges, from the most sophisticated to the most mundane. But every one of them, I think, made us a much better airline.
It's a lot of effort because we were the launch customers, and our own simulator was not ready from the very beginning. So the first few batches of pilot, we had to go all the way to Toulouse to undergo the pilot training. And then we have to fly at all the French airfield. And after when we finish with that, we fly the aircraft back to Singapore. And with only one aircraft in Singapore, we spent about a month with the whole aircraft dedicated to all training, pilots, cabin crew, engineers, and ground support. And during that 1 month, I remember we fly 2 sorties every day to Singapore and Kuala Lumpur and back. One sortie is in the morning, the other sortie is at night, after midnight. And then there was a big challenge because we are not too sure how the aircraft is going to cope with the frequent number of takeoff and landings, knowing that each landing the brake temperature is going to rise because it's a very heavy aircraft. If you ask me what did the A380 bring to us, well, besides a new product and a new experience for our passengers, collectively we did something which singularly we could not achieve, but also made us proud and tall proud, not just to be Singaporeans, but to be an SIA engineer.
The A380 is a major milestone in SIA's history, and I was very proud to be a part of that, to be a part of the team that made it work.
All in all, it was a It was a very difficult exercise. There were many uncertainties along the way, but we knew that this would be a landmark aircraft that couldn't be denied at the end of the day. After the A380 was inaugurated, there were a number of airlines who were receiving the A380. They approached Singapore Airlines to be able to study our process and to learn from how we executed all these operational elements well. And I think that that was something which we took great pride in.